You're live.
TC, is green light showing?
Hold on a second. Hold on one second.
Pull it out. Pull it out.
Okay.
Pull it out. Pull it back.
Live. Green light.
Green?
Good. Yes.
Green?
Show number.
953.
Wow.
That's a lot of shows, TC. I saw today our 30th show with the thing we did with Jack O'Neill.
Our 30th show was a Jack O'Neill show.
Yeah, it was with Jack.
That's amazing.
But Jack wasn't there. Jack was dead.
Oh, it was the paddle out show.
It was a show about the city of Santa Cruz put together the life of Jack O'Neill. You and I were in it.
Yeah, listen, there's 952 shows. I can't remember every one of them.
But none of them, too.
But as for tonight, Neil.
Tonight's show has been growing because we met, we met across the street.
Yes. Great vibe.
See what the vibe is.
Yeah.
See what the guest is like.
Mm-hmm.
She wanted to have a little glass of wine, right?
This one.
Just one. She just wanted one. We just got it 5.
The mayor
Of Watsonville, which by the way is such an important town, not just not just locally, but I would say worldwide, especially in our country, maybe even worldwide.
You want to know what it is? It's the sprocket of our community.
Oh, did you use the word sprocket?
Sprocket.
What's that?
Watsonville is the sprocket of our community. And,
Now we've learned a lot from her in the last hour.
Yes.
I mean, we're like, damn, right?
Do you
She's
remember
this,
her
she's
hyphenated
that.
middle name?
You know what?
Can you pronounce?
I love it. I love it because no, give me no. It's
Quiroz,
Vanessa.
come
Vanessa,
on, bro.
It's Vanessa. It's Vanessa. What the fuck is it?
Quiroz-Carter.
Who's Quiroz? Who's Carter?
So my
That sounds like Agnes and Lacey from the TV show.
So my parents wanted to give me a traditional Mexican name. So they gave me my mom's last name, which is Quiroz, and that's my grandfather's last name. And my grandpa is a boss. Rest in peace, Grandpa. And then they gave my dad's last name, hyphenated, which is Carter. So.
Okay.
The mayor, Neil.
Hang on. Let me ask you a question. How do you feel about what's going on tonight with the vibe across the street here?
Good vibes.
How do you feel about the whole thing?
I feel good.
Right?
Lots of good vibes. Cheers.
Cheers.
I'll cheers that for sure.
Can you describe Watsonville for the viewers? We have viewers from all over the world that are tuning into this show. Can you give us an idea of where Watsonville is in Monterey Bay and like the history and maybe just a few things?
Okay. So Watsonville is about 20 minutes south of Santa Cruz and about 20 minutes north of Monterey. We are a little bit of a hidden gem. Watsonville is best known for Martinelli's sparkling cider and also
Annie Glass.
Annie Glass, yes.
Second Harvest Food Bank.
Second Harvest.
Right.
And also
Ocean Speedway.
Ocean Speedway. And also Driscoll's. So those are kind of the big heavy hitters in Watsonville. We are kind of a small town. We're a small town of about 50,000, but I think it's a little closer to maybe like 90,000. We're a little undercounted. But we have a...
But why is that? You're undercounted? Is that a farm working situation?
Yes, Watsonville is a sanctuary city, and we do have a lot of folks who are undocumented. They are part of our community. They spend money in our community. We love them. And we are a sanctuary city, which means that we do not, our law enforcement, our government, we do not work with ICE. So people can live there without fear of deportation.
That's very cool.
That's awesome. Yeah.
And also, they kind of run the workforce of the city too, right? I mean, it's a huge part of our farm culture in the Central Valley here at Santa Cruz County.
Absolutely, yeah. Driscoll's is a huge company. We have a lot of other companies that are in Watsonville and located on the outskirts of Watsonville, and we have a lot of farm working families that work very hard. They they get up before the sun, and they go to bed after the sun, and they work super, super hard. So we love our farm working families, and we're just a community, we're a city technically, but we have a small town feel. So we're a city with a small town feel where everybody kind of knows everybody else. A little bit of a sleepy community, a little bit of a, everybody kind of commutes to their jobs. Ag is our main source of revenue. And
What crops are the main?
Strawberries.
Strawberries.
Artichokes.
Yeah.
Oh, artichokes.
That's Castroville.
Lettuce. That's Linus.
We do have some, but
strawberries is number one for Watsonville.
Strawberries is number one. We used to be apples, which is why we have Martinelli's.
Mm-hmm.
But we do have strawberries. We're like the strawberry capital of the world. We are known for our strawberries. We are known for Driscoll's. We are known for basically our agriculture.
I've seen Driscoll strawberries in many states.
Yeah.
And I always am blown away by that.
Okay, secret. Okay,
Ready.
Go to that. That's a place in Watsonville. The store. Oh, damn. What's the Morrissey? Is one of Morrissey too? Oh man, they get the best strawberries. They get best vegetation from being in Watsonville.
Yeah, well, we do have amazing strawberries. So the way to tell a good strawberry, if you get a strawberry and you cut it in half and it's like whitish, that's not a good strawberry. You want a strawberry that's red all the way through, and that's a super, super sweet strawberry, and that's what's grown in Watsonville.
Okay.
Great advice from the mayor. Can we back up a little bit?
Oh, hey.
No, but you're the mayor of Watsonville.
I am.
First off, you're not covered in gray hair. You're
She's
young.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, but I'm just saying.
Relatively.
Earlier, you said being the mayor is not a get-rich scheme.
No.
You do this for
Like
the
I said,
community.
grocery outlet
Love Grocery Outlet.
in Watsonville.
It's amazing.
You go to grocery outlet in
That's a good
Watsonville,
store.
you're gonna get more freaking right.
I think
It's a
it's-
good store.
No, I'm telling you,
It's a good. I shop there.
I think
good
we're getting
store,
one
right?
on 41st Avenue here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no.
Yeah.
You have 140. You have one in Morrissey's, one.
But that's what you're talking about.
The
No.
one in Watsonville.
Yeah, it's
Top
pretty
notch.
good. Yeah, we've
Top
got a lot
notch.
of amazing.
I want to know why
She steals.
you
more.
decided.
She steals.
Can I just go over and say?
Yeah, she steals. More.
Earlier, I said it's really fun to look at his shovel when you're surfing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, totally.
You have my permission to burn him
I'm burning
anytime.
him.
Yes, thank you. I want to go back to you being the mayor, and I want to just ask: you woke up one day and said, "I'm going to run to be the mayor."
Right.
I know you're on the council, but
No.
but that's what is why how why
Yeah.
We also have to all those.
we do.
We also have to all of them, and it just.
Yeah. Okay. So in 2020, I got really involved in city politics because there was not a lot to do and it was accessible via Zoom, which I voted to keep, by the way. My mayor pro tem and I were the only two that voted to keep things on Zoom.
Right.
So today we're still
Yes.
zooming.
No.
Okay.
No,
But
because
during-
the majority of the council voted. I think that it was 5-2, and they voted to not continue that. But
Is it because they don't want people to watch what you're talking about?
it's because we had some Zoom bombing issues.
Oh, of course, the same
Zoom
four
bombing?
people. Keyboard
TC
Neil, they're called keyboard jockeys.
Yeah.
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 Do you guys know what Zoom bombing is?
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
So Zoom bombing is like when random people will call in and just say really offensive things. So they said some really offensive things, and council decided they didn't want to hear that and they didn't want to give a platform to that. I used to teach public speaking and communication, and I was like, listen, we have to take the good with the bad. Like, people do have a right to say things regardless of whether they're ugly or offensive or shocking. That's what the First Amendment guarantees. And the First Amendment also guarantees that people can say things against those horrible, shocking things. But unfortunately, I was outvoted. Mayor Pro Tem and I were outvoted, so the rest of the council decided they didn't want to deal with that, and so they shut down the access to Zoom. But in 2020, I was getting super involved in things. Of course, we were during COVID times, and at the time, we weren't super happy with the representation. And I was a kid who did a lot of programs. I went to the library, all of those kinds of things. And
Library to study what?
just to read books.
Just to read books.
And hang
Which
out.
which ones you gonna?
Oh, we're not going to. Okay. The baby. If you really want to know. So I was really obsessed with the Babysitters Club. Do you know what the Babysitters Club is? Yes, she knows.
Do you see this?
I was
No idea.
Potter, but,
Huh?
No. So Harry Potter came after. I was also very obsessed with Harry Potter, but I was so.
TC and I want to say something.
Okay.
We don't give a fuck what you say the rest of the show. We don't give a fuck. Okay? No fucks.
Okay. No fucks.
But
Okay.
we love you.
Well, you're talking to the mayor
we
right
love-
now,
we
by the way.
love you.
Yeah.
We will support him and I endorse you. Everything you do.
Okay.
Because we think you are amazing. Right,
Thank
TC?
you.
So, Vanessa, we are endorsing you.
Yeah. Oh, thank
For,
you so much.
for this current election.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
and
Well,
we don't endorse anybody, but you're wonderful, and we want to see you succeed. And here's why. I just will say, I feel like you have a passion for the community of Watsonville, and
Yes.
this is not you trying to influence or change things for the better of you. You want to do this for the better of the community, and I appreciate that because we need more of that in politics.
yeah.
So congratulations.
Thank you. I mean, don't congratulate me until December.
Well,
But
I congratulate you on our endorsement.
He's congratulating you on where you are right now.
Yeah,
Where you are in December, he will still congratulate you for that.
I appreciate
But
it.
for where you are right now, gives a fuck. We congratulate
Thank
you
you.
from where you are today.
I worked really hard,
Yeah.
and I'm a bit of a. I'm really hard on myself. So
Let's talk about drag queening.
you dressing up.
Yeah. I'm in. Are you in? I'm in.
No, by the way, I'm going home tonight. I'm going to order you size 15. I'm going to find
Shut
them
her up.
somewhere on the internet. I can find a stiletto in a men's 15.
From the last
yeah.
thing, Oh, by the way, the last thing with Steve Pereira.
Yeah.
I gave him a little phone call too.
No, thanks for that. He's probably watching. Steve, we'll talk later. Vanessa, again, I want to just circle back to you and your accomplishments.
Yes.
Today I was with the mayor.
Which mayor?
Dennis Norton. He's the mayor of Capitola.
Okay.
And he's helping me do a project. And I asked him, I was like, I'm having Vanessa on a show tonight. What should I ask her? And he said, your town is struggling with farm labor housing.
Yeah.
And he asked me, he said, ask her. He feels that is the most important thing in your community right now. Is because you can't afford to be here. And it's a huge part. You said earlier,
Yeah.
strawberries are number one. Mm-hmm. You know what? Rotten strawberries don't make money for anybody.
Yeah.
Is there? Can you educate us on what's going on down there?
I can tell you what I
so
know.
bad.
I don't know about educating, but I can tell you what I know. And as you know, Santa Cruz County is the most expensive in the United States. That's
Correct.
just a fact. We know that. It's very difficult when you are not a citizen. I have had family members who were not citizens, and it took them literally about 10 years to gain citizenship. So one thing that I don't like is that people will say, oh, well, why don't they just do it legally? Well, what they don't understand is that doing it legally takes a really long time.
Right.
Can
Yeah.
I interject something?
Of course.
That was me.
Yeah.
I was down there in Salinas.
There you go. You know how it goes.
I was down in Salinas right after Ronald Reagan said, "Hey,
Oh, fuck that guy. Sorry. Fuck that guy. He decimated the middle class. Fuck yourself, Ronald Reagan.
Pay your taxes, blah, 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 you know."
Yeah, you were the slice that got in the
I
crack.
went down to Salinas.
Yeah.
I went down there, and there was like all these schoolhouse trailers, like you know how they are the schoolhouse. It was like as far as you can see, A, B, C, D, E. It was like 100 of them, and all in Spanish. I was the only white person there.
Yeah, I believe it. I had a friend.
And- Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
No.
Well, but going back to that,
Yeah.
is there? But Watsonville, I feel like you're so. The policies of immigration fall on Watsonville harder than probably is any community in the country. Is it not? In your opinion, is it the change? Do we need to change it?
They do a job. Their citizens do a job that no one else, and no white person wants to do.
That's true.
Yeah, and
So I'm fucking French.
so I can just speak. So I am like
Right?
third
Wow.
generation.
That is true.
So my grandmother came here, and then she had children, and my mother, and then myself. And when you are third generation, assimilation's the goal. So woo, I completed that goal, but that wasn't without a lot of heartache and a lot of just pain and suffering from people who came before me. So my mom talks about the teachers, hitting them with rulers if they spoke Spanish, changing their names. Assimilation was always the goal, right? And so that's not necessarily something that I chose for myself. And people tend to discount me, or they tend to not believe my
Right.
background,
Right.
which is really hard because I'm like, come meet my family. Like, I'm Mexican. That's
Right.
how I was raised. I
You
don't-
can lead a horse to water. It doesn't make him a duck.
Yes,
It doesn't make him a duck.
that is very true.
I'm not kidding you.
No, that's
just-
that is so
fucking-
true. But I had a friend. So I used to do catering when I was in college. I had a friend, and her name was Sarah. And Sarah was blonde-haired, blue-eyed, and she was from Canada. And she was an undocumented immigrant. And so Sarah would get super upset because she would hear people say things that were just really racist, and then she would challenge people and say, like, I'm an undocumented immigrant and you don't know how hard it is to
Right.
live that life, right? Like, it's incredibly difficult. You do not have any kind of net. It's just you and your earnings, and that's it. And one of the things that I'm incredibly proud about with Watsonville is that we are a sanctuary city. Like, we do not work with ICE. And one of the things that I wish that was brought to the table a little bit more often is these employers who knowingly employ people who are undocumented, and they pay them, wages that are not livable. And these people have to work incredibly hard to make it, and they don't have any kind of social system. I know that there's some misinformation out there that says that they're eligible for, X, Y, and Z, but that's just not true. You cannot
Do
receive.
do you have that back?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
You can't receive any federal aid. You can't receive any state aid. You can't receive any programs if you are an undocumented person. That's just not. You can't. It's
Right.
you are every dollar that you make, that goes to your family, that goes to your rent. And so one of the things that I'm really proud of is that our community steps up, and we do have programs that provide food and clothing and other resources to farm worker families because they are in need. So.
Daily, monthly,
Not daily.
annually.
I would say probably weekly. I know there's Dr. Ann Lopez for the Center for Farm Working Families, and I respect everything that Dr. Lopez does. And she, one of the things that she does is she's really fighting against pesticide use, because what we're seeing is a lot of kids who have either physical or mental disabilities because their mothers were exposed to pesticides. And so one of the things that I am personally super passionate about is trying to get people to go organic, because A, people will buy organic, and B, I don't want to see people in my community suffering. I don't want to see the rates that we're
And
seeing.
you go to Second Harvest Food Bank,
Absolutely.
Right?
Yes. Yeah.
ask for the help. Because she's amazing.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Right?
Yeah. Second Harvest helps a lot of people.
Okay.
We have Loaves and Fishes. We have the Center for Farm Working Families. So we have a lot of people that are there.
Erica may be down the street, not too far down the road, next president of the United States. That's what
She
she
is
told
amazing.
That's what
No,
she told
she
us.
is.
goes,
She
"I'm
is
the next
amazing,
president
yeah.
of the United States."
She, go
She's
get her.
got balls like this.
Go get her.
We have a
bigger
lot
than
of.
your longboard, for Christ's sake. That stole all my waves last week. God damn it!
We have a lot of executive directors who are female, who are just kicking ass, for lack of a better term, and
Yeah.
they really care about the community. They work really, really hard, and they do everything that they can to ensure that our community is taken care of. So, yeah.
Can I circle
seems like-
back for a second?
Sure.
I want to circle back on what we're talking about, immigration and the farm working community. You are in ground zero, in my opinion, as many are in America. Does it bum you out to hear the GOP make the people we're talking about to be villains? Because it bums me out. Because they're good people. Like they're the people we need.
I would say it doesn't bum me out. It pisses me off because it's not true. There's not a lot of truth to what they're saying. And personally, I have family who is undocumented, and like I said, it took them like 10 years to be able to come here, get citizenship.
It took me 10 years.
Yeah, it takes a really long time, and people think
it took me a long time.
Why don't you just do it the legal way? Well, the legal way takes a long time. You can't.
Yeah.
And also too, I just want to say a lot of the what they talk about are lies. You know, it's scare tactics, and it's so sad because this is our community. It's your community. You're a leader in that community, and it makes me sad that they want to make our community a villainous for an election thing, and it's sad to see that.
I don't think that they've ever interacted with that community. Like so I know a lot of people specifically in District 2 in Watsonville are undocumented and they're not eligible to vote. And how do I know that? Because they're my neighbors. I go and I talk to them, right? But these are people that wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning to go to work. Yeah. And these are people that are extremely hardworking. And these are people that are doing their best to make it work on very little. And like I said, I've had family members, it's taken them 10 years. It takes a really, really long time to be able to navigate that system. It's expensive.
Right.
And one of the things, like one of the nonprofits, Community Action Board, they actually help people in that process of obtaining citizenship, but it's expensive. It takes a long time. Right. You have to be really tenacious. You have to follow through. It took my grandma years and years and years. It took my cousin years and years and years. My grandma is 98.
She's still
98 still with us?
Yes. My grandma is
grandma.
Yeah,
Wow.
she's badass.
Say hey, grandma.
Good.
Hola,
All right.
Abuelita, ¿cómo estás? Mi Bella. We call her Bella.
Can we segue into what's going on Main Street in Watsonville? Seems like some exciting stuff.
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's talk about so Main Street. We have our downtown specific plan. So that's basically it's a little controversial, but I don't think it should be. But basically, we have 4 lanes downtown, and we want to bring them down to 2. Right. And we want to increase pedestrian traffic. We want to increase people coming downtown. We want to revitalize the downtown. So we want more businesses to come in. We want to make it easier for pedestrians.
Is it safer for people to come down there?
Absolutely. I mean, it will be.
Okay, it will be.
It will be, yes.
Well, and great maybe segue. I mean, like you said earlier, people have a vision of Watsonville, kind of 90s, when we had some, problems.
I mean,
but come on, Watsonville's a different town now. I feel like it's been modernized, and it's how you handle crime, how you deal with it, the changes that have happened, the reduction.
Yeah, one of the things that I think people don't realize about Watsonville is that we're a very young city. I think there's about 40-something% of us.
Yeah,
but not us anymore.
Age? Are you talking about age right now?
There's old money there.
Yeah.
There's old farming money.
There is.
Italian money.
Absolutely.
Old money there.
Yes, but the average person, I mean, we have a lot of people, I think it's about 40% who are under 25. There's young people in the city. Yeah, we're a very young city. And then we also have an aging population, right? So we have a lot of senior citizens, a lot of people who are going to be in their 60s, 70s, 80s.
They're older citizens, but they have their handle on what's going on.
They own homes.
Not like they're going to fuck it.
Yes.
They have a handle on what's happening.
Absolutely. And so we have these older folks who own homes, they're established, and then we have the younger folks who live with their families, and then we have people like me who still live with their families in multi-generational households because there's nowhere to live and we can't afford it, and there's no real estate. So it's
But I would like to say something really quick about that.
Yeah, sure.
I wanted to remodel my kitchen, my house.
Give me a wave.
Non-conforming, weird thing. I was able to work through it by turning my garage into an ADU.
Yes.
And so I had a non-conforming home. This is an example of how government might help. 'Cause
Yes.
you have a housing problem in Watsonville.
We absolutely
You do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
do
now,
in
but
Santa
but
Cruz County.
but
yeah.
but I
Santa
live
Cruz County.
I live right here in Opal Cliffs, and my home, I bought it and it had permit violations that I didn't know about. Nobody told me. I
Yes.
wanted to remodel my kitchen. I put a permit in. They're like, hold everything. Your house is screwed.
Yeah.
I've been able to negotiate with the county to where now I can make my garage an ADU,
Yeah.
and it changes a big problem of my garage that was turned into a bedroom 45 years ago.
Yeah.
So is it the same in Watsonville?
Well, I'm hoping is that's going on because you have a housing problem.
that's what
We do, yeah. So we have a lot of family, like multi-generational families or just like multi-families in one house. And one of the things that my staff is bringing forward that I think is really exciting is that they want to make it a little bit easier to be able to implement an ADU. So my family, we were actually looking at, so my grandmother and my uncle are the ones who own our home. And so they get to make all the decisions. And so one of the things that they wanted to do that we've kind of done like unofficially since the 90s is like they want to convert our garage officially into an ADU. But it's like ridiculously expensive. It's like prohibitively expensive, like $100,000 because you have all of these fees. You have to get an engineer, you have to get all these people to look at it and draw up the blueprints and all
I'm
of
dealing
that
with
stuff.
that
And
right
that's
now.
before you even do the construction, right?
See?
So one of the things, and it's very cost prohibitive. So one of the things that my staff has wanted to do is they want to draw up some basic blueprints, maybe like 4 or 5 blueprints
Right.
with basic garage sizes,
Right.
and then they want to make that available for about $50,000, and that will cut out a lot of the engineering fees or a lot of the like creating the blueprint fees, and so that will make things a lot less expensive, so you can fast track those ADUs. And we have to, one of the things that we have to do in Watsonville is that, not only in Watsonville, but in California, is that we have to meet our, what's called our RENA numbers. So our RENA numbers is what the state tells us.
I was going to ask you that.
Yeah. So,
you were.
I was. Well, I was asking the state's requirement because
Yeah,
I know
so-
Capitola has.
Absolutely.
I know the number.
Yes.
I want to know Watsonville's
Yeah,
number. How
so-
many?
What's your number?
So they're called RENA numbers, but I think our number is over 2,000.
That's units.
Yeah.
2 bedrooms. Like,
What's arena number?
Yeah.
Yeah.
but
I
it's,
don't-
it's but it's no,
don't
it's
know
it's
the-
what the
what it
state
stands
is
for,
requiring
but
you.
it's-
Don't hold it to it. You should.
It's what the state says, like you have to have a certain amount of affordable units or units in general. And so I think the capacity that we have right now is just a little bit over 300, but the state says you have to have over 2,000. And we have to meet those numbers.
Or you get penalized, correct?
Yeah, and we cannot, as it is, we can't meet those numbers. So, like I said, one of the things that my staff is doing is they're trying to make it easier for people to create things like ADUs that are safe. And that's been a priority to me because I don't know if you recall, but in Oakland, there was something called the Ghost Ship Fire.
Yes.
Yeah.
Terrible.
And I had a friend
Yeah.
that died in the Ghost Ship
No, you
fire.
did not.
I did. I don't really want to talk about
you don't
it.
want, you don't know no tears right now. This is a good night.
But I did have
Yeah.
a friend who passed away. You know, she was a regular. So I used to work at a beauty shop in Oakland, and she was just the sweetest girl. You know, we would go to these bars and we would watch RuPaul's Drag Race, and she was just the nicest girl, like very nice person. And she ended up passing away in that fire. And so one of the things that I have to push forward, and that I've always pushed forward with my staff, is like we have to have safe housing, because
Absolutely.
if you don't have safe housing, if you have slumlords, if you have faulty electrical, things will go really bad really fast. And my best friend, actually, so I used to live in Oakland for many years, and my best friend and I, we shared an apartment. We had a slumlord, and our electrical was faulty, and she also almost died in a fire. So she escaped, but several businesses were burnt down. One of my friends' art galleries was burnt down, and when you have slumlords like that who aren't up to code, it's extremely dangerous for
Right.
They're
people.
changing. Things are changing in that avenue.
Can I interject?
Sure.
Sorry. Like,
No,
I work-
please.
I'm a lineman. I work.
No,
Right.
you're good. You're good.
So I go to a lot of households in Watsonville where they have no idea what's going on, and I'm trying to figure out what the hell's going on with their power. And are you educating them enough where they actually understand? Like, because I feel like most of the time they're scared when I'm in there, and they're like, "Oh, just don't turn my power off," or they're terrified when I'm there, and I'm there to help and fix stuff. But I see things that are like you just said, they're very dangerous, and our lines go in. We'll go through a meter, and then it goes and it shoots all to multiple different houses, which is past PG&E's responsibility, but it's still a danger, and it's, is there education
Yeah, absolutely.
initiative going on?
Yeah, absolutely. So I know that our fire department and our amazing fire chief, Rudy Lopez,
You have a great fire department.
We do,
You
yeah,
do.
we really do. But I know that they do have programs where they offer like free fire smoke detectors, carbon monoxide detectors, and they do that kind of thing.
He's talking about more than that.
Well, we're
right?
talking about well, you're showing up at houses that are like electrically unsafe.
Yeah.
And that's the problem we have with that is when housing gets expensive, you slice and dice,
Where you
and
can.
you have a friend who's like,
Yeah.
I got a pair of jumper cables, I'll wire this thing up, and that's the problem we're having right now.
Right,
And
sure.
and I feel like Watsonville is probably as deep into that problem as anywhere. It's tough.
I figure I feel like they don't understand the problem, and so when you show up, they don't even know what you're talking about. So it's like they don't understand their rights for power, their rights for safe power, and I think that's the problem there, because they need to understand, like, hey, you should be able to turn on your lights and have your house not catch on fire.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I have my first year in office, that was an issue that I faced, where I had someone who reached out to me and they said, "Hey, I'm really sorry, and I don't, this is my last resort, but this is what's going on with the power. This is what's going on with our electrical, and I feel like it's really unsafe, and I don't know where to turn." And so one of the things that I did was refer it to my staff, and it turns out that it was an illegal rental.
Right.
So a lot of times when you see things like that, those rentals are not sanctioned. Those rentals are not safe. And that's why I have personally directed my staff, again, because of the ghost ship thing and because of losing my friend, I'm like, we need to crack down on that, especially for farm workers, because they're so vulnerable.
Hang on, just one.
Hell yeah.
Do you like her?
Yes, she's great. I just want to say
she's
I'm
good.
really
She's
sorry.
good.
I'm really sorry for your
We are.
loss. No,
Huh?
seriously.
Yeah.
To
No,
lose
it
a
was-
friend
it was
in
really
a
sad. It
that
was
that
awful.
fire was.
She was an amazing person.
Well, I
know?
literally was so sad for that fire, and to have somebody that I would have known in there, it just can make it so much rougher.
It was
on that.
horrible. It was tragic. And like I said, she would come into my work. I worked at a beauty supply.
Right.
I was a makeup artist for a long time, and she would come in. She would like buy stuff, and then one night I saw her at a bar. I was by myself, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, hi! Like, come hang out with me and my friends." And like we got to be friends. And then I remember it was just like so unbelievable to read the details of like how she suffered, and like to
it's
read
terrible.
the details of her sending her family that she loved them and she was dying and she was suffocating. It was like it was fucking tragic.
How's she feel?
It was horrible. It's just
that kills me to hear it.
it was, and I don't.
Can I
want
change the
anybody-
subject
Yes,
really quick?
please. But
No.
I want to know
that's it.
I want to know.
Hang on.
No, this is the most important question of the night.
Okay.
I want to know your
far down-
favorite
down the road
thing
to the right.
about Watsonville. Your favorite thing, the number one. What you're the mayor.
Turn right.
If you had one thing that
Oh.
lit your fire about that town of Watsonville, what would it be?
I would say my favorite thing about Watsonville is also something that I think we shouldn't ever have to do. But my favorite thing about Watsonville is that we have each other's backs and we're incredibly resilient.
Sure.
Well, I spent a lot of time in Watsonville. I feel like it's very family
TC,
oriented.
you love
The familia.
I
The
know
familia
him.
is a big
I know
deal.
him like the back of my hand.
Yeah.
I know him. Like the racetrack,
I love the racetrack.
Smell- the
Look
smell-
at my tattoo.
the smell of the
You see my
racetrack.
yeah, there's my
Smell
yeah.
of the racetrack.
Yeah, I
Smell.
can smell that at my house and I
Yeah.
can hear it from.
Well, and I'm looking forward to giving you an
But-
infield tour of the racetrack.
Yes.
Can I say-
We're gonna do that.
I am there.
Can I say
Yes.
one thing? He would give up everything he owns to give you a tour of the.
The racetrack?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take everything.
Yeah, the racetrack's awesome. And Vanessa, seriously, I'll take Tom at the snack bar. We'll give you a hamburger.
Let's do it.
Like you're gonna have or a corn dog. You're gonna
I love
have
corn
the
dogs.
full
Let's do it.
racetrack experience.
Roll out the red
It's
car.
gonna be awesome. I'll introduce you to the drivers. It will be awesome. Maybe you can drive in the fire truck. Well, we'll really make it. You'll have a
wanna
great time.
drive a car.
And here's why. You're the mayor of Watsonville.
I am.
In my opinion, Ocean Speedway, been there 60
Yes.
years, is such a historical part of that town.
It is.
And it's absolutely a gem.
And it's underutilized.
Yes.
Yeah.
And as a city, marketing and government don't always talk to each other.
Yeah.
But as a marketing tool, that track is a gem.
Hang on, Titi. Let's talk about.
Are you locking up on me? Don't be Joe Biden right now. We got a Joe Biden moment.
Let's talk about.
The show's over.
Drag queen. The drag queening in Watsonville.
Okay, we can get there. We'll get there. Okay, so the Speedway, yes.
Yes.
I've had some conversations with a constituent who's like, this
Hang
is
on.
a gem.
Where you
We
going?
have to-
Whoa. Get back your ass back here, lady.
Vanessa, I'm so curious to hear about the racetrack right now. Will you be quiet for a minute? This is really important. We're having a very serious conversation right now. This is big.
It is very
Please.
serious.
She's my future. She's my future wife. Yeah.
Well, we just killed her whole campaign. And by the way, he's a stand-up paddleboarder, just so you know. Yeah.
Fuck. Hey, you.
Is that bad? I don't know.
She's not.
Is that nerdy?
She drops in every 2 seconds on him.
Oh my god, is that nerdy? I don't know.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
My dad taught me how to stand up paddleboard. Anyways,
Did I get your question about your favorite thing besides the Speedway of Watsonville? There's got to be some place that's like if you need to escape, where do you go?
She's an asshole.
I am an asshole. God.
okay, if I need to escape,
Are we still on camera here?
Yes.
we're still on camera.
Yeah.
The Babysitter Club.
Oh, there's people watching right now.
I would say if I need to escape, there's a few places. There's like 3 places that are. Oh no. No whiskey for the mayor. I love the beach, so I would love to go to the beach. We'll get there, but I love drag shows. Thank you. Shout out to Fruition Brewing.
Why would drag hang on?
Drag shows. I love drag shows.
Can you see me in drag?
Yeah.
Hang on.
Wait.
I love drag shows. I love
Tell
drag
me.
queens.
Getting those
Where's
size 15
it going?
shoes.
Where's it going?
How do you vote in that fucking Watsonville election?
Vanessa, are there drag shows in Santa Cruz County?
Absolutely.
And,
There are.
it's-
No.
Yeah. Bring it. Let's see it.
Yes, there are drag shows in Santa Cruz County. There are drag shows in Watsonville. There are drag shows in Santa Cruz.
That's awesome.
love. So
and also to be free and
Yeah.
to be creative. Is that not America?
yes,
You know what I'm saying? And is it
We're
again?
all born naked.
I just want to say again. Yeah, we're born naked, but I just want to say
Hang on.
the weird thing about that is
TC, hang on. Let's give you a chance to breathe.
Props.
Let's give you a chance to breathe.
Props. Woman.
To breathe.
I am breathing.
She's a stud.
Okay. We love you.
I'm going to circle
Sorry,
back.
you're
While
sad.
he's
Hell yeah, bring
coaching
it,
you,
woman.
I just want to say, it's so American to have free speech and be able to live free
Absolutely.
and do what you want, right?
Here's the thing that really upsets me, and if we want to talk about the thing that fucking pisses me off,
Bring
like
it.
nothing else. Here's what makes me mad. Okay,
Here we go.
we as Americans
Yes.
allow people to be free. And when you do not allow people to be free and you are advocating for fascism, you are not American. That is not an American value. We literally fought against fascism.
Hell yeah.
This is
Hell
this
yeah.
is factual. Regardless of
Preach
how
it,
you
woman.
feel,
Fuck yeah.
this is the thing that makes me angry. Being an American is upholding. I don't have to agree with what you do.
No, you don't.
I don't have to agree with what
No,
you
you
say,
don't.
but I will fucking defend your
you
right
will.
to do it,
Yes, you
because
will.
that is
Hell
what
yeah.
being American
Hell yeah.
is about.
Populism.
And that's what angers me. And people don't understand that. And people want to police other people, and people want to bring religion into it. We are not a Christian nation. I'm sorry, but we're a secular nation. Literally, that is what we are about. We are a secular nation. We are about freedom. We are about individual freedoms. And if you're not about that,
Fuck you.
you're not an American, because Americans defend the right to be. They defend the right to be who you are. We will defend it. We don't have to agree with it, but we will defend it to the death, and we have done
Hell
that.
I love your fiery attitude about that. And I just want to say also, as the mayor of Watsonville, this is not a get-rich scheme. You could probably work at the Chevron station and make more money.
Literally, I could work
Yeah,
at
you
Taco
probably
Bell and
could.
make more
Yeah.
money.
So when it comes to anybody watching, this is not a
TC,
multi-thousand, $100,000 salary.
TC, do you want to tell them how much I make a month?
Can I say it?
Yeah.
Is that okay? You make $660, $625 a month.
Yeah.
She makes $625 a month being the mayor of a
But
town that we may think could be over 100,000 people, right?
Yeah.
I just want to congratulate you for that.
Thank you.
Because, I mean, because
Right, for the people.
we get a lot of politicians on here, and every time I say, thank you for trying, because triers are winners and complainers are losers. And if you want to change something, stop complaining and try.
Yeah.
You know, and so congratulations to you.
Thank you.
I also feel like you understand the heritage and the history of Watsonville. You also want to make it a better place. And so again, Neil, you said we've only endorsed Gail Pellerin, but we will endorse you
Well, you know what?
to be on your second term.
Maybe I will get to Gail's level at some point.
Well, you know,
Gail.
I love Watsonville,
Yeah.
and I want Watsonville to succeed and have a prosperous future. It takes people with your insight and want to do. Okay, Neil.
Hell yeah,
How do
hell
you feel
yeah.
about being on the show?
It's really fun.
I'm
having a blast.
looking for a
No.
VP.
Having a blast. Having a blast.
You're supposed to hit 2 o'clock. What was the show she was supposed
Oh,
to
8 o'clock in the morning, your last podcast? Yeah,
Yes,
that's, yeah.
which I loved it. It was we had a lot of good times. We talked about some things that I don't know if we're going to talk about here, but it was really fun. But I'm not a morning person.
Vanessa Quiroz-Carter. Congratulations.
You got that right. Look at you.
You are.
Yes.
I'm very proud of you.
we are.
Thank
For
you.
for taking the seriously for being a star.
Hang on a minute. We have not talked about the drag
Drag
queen.
queens.
Well,
Love
I
it.
know you love it, and you're
Where
a
the
fan.
fuck are we going?
Yeah. Is there a show tonight?
It's up to you guys. I don't know. You're asking me questions. I don't know. We want to start.
Neil, you got those size 15 stilettos?
We can talk about whatever you want to talk about.
You know, we've never had a mayor drag show
That's
before.
awesome.
Come to
but-
PB Pride. I'll be doing drag there.
Can we have so I don't know what he's doing right now. Yeah, but when
I
you
am not a crook.
when you win the election, are we invited to the party?
Absolutely.
We're gonna
Yeah.
go to the party. You'll hear it?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I have some ideas in the pipeline. So I want to do a campaign kickoff. I want to do a party for my birthday. and
What's it?
September 18th.
Okay.
So I really want to do.
What day of the week is that?
I don't know.
Because that's normally the
I gotta look
biggest
at it.
race of the year in Ocean Speedway.
I gotta look at a calendar. I have no idea, but I do want to have a campaign kickoff, and it's either probably going to be millennial themed, or 90s themed. And then for my birthday, I really want to have a pink party. So it's gonna be Barbie. So everyone has to wear pink. It's gonna be amazing.
That's amazing.
So that's yeah.
I would like to say thank you for coming on the show.
Yeah,
I know
of course.
we're a bit of a train wreck.
Yeah, we
That
didn't.
guy's a train wreck.
We didn't get to talk about the drag queens.
Train
Yeah.
wreck.
Well, no. We did talk a little bit, but
Okay, shout out.
These guys.
Shout out
Shout
to my
out.
friends. I
Yeah.
have to shout out
Yeah,
my friends.
please do.
Okay, so shout out to the House of Glamour, the mothers of the House of Glamour, Sinistra, Miss Sinistra Glamour, Miss La Angel Baby Glamour. Shout out to the House of Libations. So those are two gigantic houses. I love drag queens. I have to talk about Tu Wong Fu. It would be a disservice not to talk
Hold
about it.
on. Who's too long through? Who's too long through?
Tuong Fu is
Yeah,
when
insane.
I was 9 years old. There was a movie called Tuong Fu. Thanks for everything, Julie Newmar.
Yes, there was.
It was Patrick Swayze. She knows. It was Patrick Swayze. It was Wesley Snipes, and my personal
the fuck outta
favorite,
here.
John Leguizamo.
Leguizamo.
Amazing! Just see, they know. Okay, that was where I was 9 years old, and my interest in drag started. And I am so happy that we have a drag community in Santa Cruz County, and especially in Watsonville. I love my drag friends. I love going to drag shows. Trashy, I love you.
Oh, my
Trashy's
gosh.
another. Trashy, I love you, Trashy.
Okay, can I ask something? So
Trashy's amazing.
When I call you trashy, we got a problem.
Oh, come on.
They're amazing queens. So
Do you? This is like another sort of identity you have, a little outside of politics. Do you mix them?
no. Well, sometimes, yeah. I am going to
Can't even tell us all this bullshit before fucking minute.
because I said let's save it for the camera.
I mean, just before.
Do you want to know about my? Do you want to know about my
I'm Watsonville's
hobby?
mayor. Okay, fuck that. Okay,
I do.
fine.
Yeah.
We drink wine. Okay,
I do drink wine. People know about that.
And you fucking lied to us.
Oh, she's not lying.
You
No, not this one. No way.
No lies detected. Yes. Call my drag queen friends. They'll tell you.
Hey, Vanessa, as we segue out tonight, I just want to say,
Segue?
I want to say congratulations for
Thank
being
you.
the mayor of Watsonville,
You a stud.
steering the
You're the
ship,
fucking mayor, Watsonville.
and you know again. You're not a CEO of a big corporation.
I
You're-
wish, but no.
No, but you want to know something? You have more employees. Their constituents, the people in Watsonville,
They are my
more
bosses. They're
than
my
these
boss.
CEOs are getting paid. And so, congratulations for
you.
steering the ship down there.
Thank you.
I love Watsonville.
Thank you.
And I'm
do. I
proud
love
you're
Watsonville.
in charge.
Well, thank
and I
you.
hope that you win this election. We are endorsing you.
Thank
And-
you. Yes, I
and-
pulled papers today, so
You're-
I am running in 2024.
And when you win, we're doing
Quick.
another show. Woo! Right, Neil? Another show?
Mr. Guy Kawasaki wants to talk to her.
Oh! Again, thank you so much for being here.
Absolutely. Had a
To the
blast.
folks of Santa Cruz Waves, Neil, show number 952.
Whatever.
We're on fire.
Hell yeah.
These two right here.
Vanessa
Her.
Quiroz-Carter,
Way
Mayor of Watsonville. Keep up the good work.
Fucking do
We are
nothing.
going to talk to you again soon.
Yes.
You are on fire.
Thank you.
To our beautiful show guests tonight. We will see you next week on the Off the Lip Radio Show. Good night, everybody. Woo, woo.